Hi, welcome to Thursday Writing. On Wednesday, you had to do the top portion of these boxes. Here we're looking at the beginning of the paper. You can see the teacher sample with a thesis statement. It was our favorite thesis statement that we chose. And then we had to list 3 details from the text that all prove or support this thesis statement. And in this case, it was the fact that there was a theme of courage, and each time we tied that courage into each one of the details. That brings us to the second portion of this assignment, and those are the explanation or example boxes. And here we have explanations or examples of how it took courage for Carter to forgive his father. If you can't think of any explanation or examples for what you wrote in this box, that means this is not a very good detail to use. Same is true for the other 2 boxes. If you get to where you have to explain them today and give examples and you run stuck and you can't explain it, then that shows you that either this is not a very good detail that supports the thesis, or maybe you chose the wrong thesis and you're going to have a really hard time writing about it. Let's look at one of these examples from the teacher example. We will look at this third detail together. So the detail was it took great courage for Carter's family to move on with their lives. If we look at the examples down below that were given, we wrote, Carter's family life is a mess. Dad is gone, a brother has died, money is tight, mom is stressed, the dog vomits all the time. Despite all of these challenges, Carter and his family triumph. See, that explains the courage of the family. Another explanation or example is, life isn't perfect, but it's more secure and less chaotic. They have a determination to make a better life for themselves. That determination is an example of the courage it took for their family to move on. And finally, it says Carter's mom gets a job at her church and starts cooking again for the family. That is an example of the family moving on. So we have some good detailed examples and explanations for this detail. When you go down below, you've already filled out your favorite thesis statement here in the green box. You thought of 3 details from your book that prove that this statement is true. Your job today is to write down some explanations and specific examples of when this detail happens or is proved in your story. After you fill it out, make sure you hit the turn-in button because you're finished with this 2-day assignment.